Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got a story out of Zero Hedge. It's entitled 64 US bank branches file to shut down in a single week. Are you affected? We're going to go over a list of banks that are involved. Put down in the comment section what's going on with your local branch. It's absolutely insane. I had a buddy of mine call me, say his son was banking with Discover and their daily limit, withdrawal limit, went from $2,000 to $500. He got a call from his son. He told him that. He told me he actually went down because he banked at Discover to verify it as well because he's in a totally different state. And it was true. You can't take out more than $500 a day. Sorry, sir. It's happening fast. So let's dive right into this story. Also, last day for the Black Friday sale for the Real Estate Crash Course, how you can prepare. And it comes with 2 bonus courses for $289. Links down below. Those 2 courses are Real Estate Media Master and Home Seller Pro. Here we go. Big banks such as PNC Bank and JP Morgan Chase have filed to close several branch offices in multiple states amid a troubling pattern of rising branch shutdowns in recent years. Between November 12th and 18th, several banks filed to close branch locations, with PNC Bank with the most filings according to the data from the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Pittsburgh-based PNC Bank filed for 19 branch closures, 5 in Pennsylvania, 4 in Illinois, 3 in Texas, 2 each in Alabama and New Jersey, and 1 in Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. JP Morgan Chase followed closely with 18 filings. Remember, they're the largest bank in the U.S. They're going to be consolidating. Why? Because the banks are crashing and they're consolidating. As Chase buys another bank, they go, hey, you know what? We're going to close a bunch of your branches, but then we're also going to close some of ours. Now, is this the end of the world right now? No, but you are being driven more and more into this cashless society. How many of you have been into one of those branches? I think B of A, all of the banks have them. In a city, a large metropolitan area, where you walk in and there's nobody. There's nobody there. I don't even know why you have a desk with some pens and paper for a deposit. Oh, I can fill out the deposit slip and put it in the robot. There's nobody there. Fewer jobs. This isn't just the banking sector. Everyone's using AI, everyone's using automation, robots, all this stuff, and taking more and more jobs away. That's why we have fewer full-time, gainfully employed people, and we have more part-time. If you can't see how this is so much worse than 2008, I don't know what to tell you. It's just called the truth. And most of the time, truth just smacks you in the face. It's cold out here. I don't really want to hit myself too hard. Here we go. Citizens Bank came in third with 8 branch closure filings, 6 in New York. Let me know down below what banks you bank with and the ones that you really like, actually. And then tell me the ones you hate, because those are even more fun. I'll start. Bank of America. I need to use my social security number, but someone that comes in from another country that doesn't have a social security number can sit right next to me, go right past the automated phone line without a social security number. Blows my mind, all right? I can't stand Bank of America. Sorry, I digress. Citizens Bank came in third with 8 branch closure filings, 6 in New York, and 1 in each Massachusetts and Delaware. Minneapolis-based U.S. Bank filed for 7 closures, 3 in Tennessee, 1 each in Missouri, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Illinois. Bank of America made 5 filings. Citibank filed for 2 bank closures. Altogether, banks filed for 64 branches to be shut down in 1 week alone. The recent closures are a part of a long-term branch shutdown trend that has been ongoing over the past several years. A report from the National Community Reinvestment Coalition shows that between 2017 and 2021, 9% of all bank branches shut down. The closure rate doubled during the pandemic. According to data from the S&P, there were over 3,000 branch closures last year and 958 branch openings, leading to a net closures of 2,054 branches. This was the 3rd consecutive. Sorry, I just totally figured out I cut my thumb. Okay, sorry. This was the 3rd consecutive year that net closings exceeded 2,000. One major factor that led to a surge in branch closures in the rise of digital banking, a trend that accelerated during the pandemic when people were stuck at their homes. A survey by the American Banking Association conducted in September showed that 8 in 10 Americans used a mobile device to manage their bank accounts at least once in the previous month. Cost savings and negative effects. Going digital rather than expanding physical branch locations is also part of a cost-saving strategy for banking institutions. Again, going back to, they don't need to hire as many people. They get you to do things online. Are they lowering fees? Let me know down there. Type 1 if they're lowering fees, type 2 if they haven't changed them at all. Possibly they're rising fees. It's weird. And yet they're recording these record numbers right now, these filings on the stock exchanges. They're recording these quarterly earnings reports. Are great. At the same time, you've got people like Jamie Dimon selling stock. I wonder why. Most of the operations done via a physical bank can now be done online. Digital transactions are cheaper than the costs incurred in transacting via bank tellers. On the flip side, the shutdown of bank branches can negatively affect customers, especially in small towns. Due to such closures, many towns have become bank deserts where the nearest bank is more than 10 miles away. Now, the PNC bank closure is interesting. It's registered the largest number of closure filings amid its heightened focus on cost-saving measures during the second quarter's earnings call. CEO William Demachak said the bank is going to have to take a hard look at where it can generate savings without cutting for potential growth. I would not be surprised if PNC was having to borrow money every month from the Federal Reserve as well. In June, PNC shut down 47 branches, followed by 29 closures in August. They are aggressively lowering their branch count. Last month, the bank reported a drop in third quarter profits and declared cutting roughly 4% of its workforce. The layoffs, which began on October 6th, will be completed by the end of the fourth quarter. The job cuts are expected to bring down the bank's yearly personal expenses by roughly $325 million or 5%. PNC, let me know if you guys bank at PNC. It doesn't sound like things are going well for them. The fact is, though, we're in a banking crisis and most people just don't know it. The Federal Reserve has had an emergency lending facility open for quite some time now. They've said over 700 banks are affected. This is way worse than 2008. But you don't see it right now because of the Fed's in there. The U.S. government can't even sell bonds, 30-year bonds, right? It's absolutely insane. But hey, that's just where we are. 2024 is going to be some incredible times. If you're ready, you'll be salivating, getting excited about these times. If you're not, well, then sit on the sideline and watch. I don't know what to tell you, but I'll tell you this. You don't have to be rich and savvy to be ready for this. You just need to have your credit score set up, and yes, borrowing is still going to happen, just like it did in 2008, just like it did during the Great Depression. Most people think the dollar is going to crash, go to nothing, and all banks are going to shut down, and no one's going to borrow money or loan money. That is 100% not true. It's never happened in history. So get your head right. Get your credit score right, get out of debt, have some money on the side, and get ready. And patience will absolutely be the virtue that wins this real estate crash. I hope you're with me. All right, with that being said, the Real Estate Ninja is out.